Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a little episode of what's in the box. I got my beer assistant right here. That's my boy. We're going to find out what we got in the box, and I'm going to, after that, I'll give you a rundown of what we got going on some of the rides here. See where we at with what we got working, and I'm still fighting this car. Yeah, here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do another episode of what's in the box. We got a couple of different things, and I got another box back here behind me. So guess we'll just dive right into it and see what we come up with here. And we got the doors down on the shop, and it's hotter than blue blazing. It's hot in here. It's kind of warm. Alright, let's see what's in this here box. If you hear rummaging around back here, my beer assistant is, well, he's back there somewhere. You done? Yeah. You done? Alright, here we go. Alright, this here box is from Mishimoto. And if you may or may not know, Mishimoto is actually one of our sponsors. We'll go through it here. We got a few things, it looks like, this time. I guess they're little, what would you call it? Their little guy, their mascot, I guess it would be. Everything's of these little penguins. And so we got a couple of the stickers of the little penguin. And we got some, it's pretty good size actual stickers. A couple of them. My son's gonna love these, aren't you? Yeah. And a couple of small stickers. And what we have is just a partial sponsorship, so we still have to pay for stuff. I mean, it's not just given to us, but we do get a discount, a fairly decent discount, I think. It's not, you know, substantial like crazy, but it's fair. Considering, you know, we're just average guys doing average car stuff. We're not pro drifters or anything like that. So, all right, we'll continue on. We got some purple couplings. I think these are 2-inch, 2.5-inch couplings for the turbo piping. Got the purple ones. And we got some Mishimoto shirts. Got a couple of them. Alright, so we got 2 of them jewels. Let's see what else. I think that's it in that package. So 2 couplings, 2 shirts, 2 of the penguin stickers, and 2 of the small and 2 of the larger Mishimoto stickers. And that's what was in that box. Okay, we're going to continue on. See what this here is in the bag. It's not a box. Alright. I just wanted to get a sample, because Mishimoto actually has several different styles of these hose clamps. I wanted to just get a sample, and we're going to get some more later, but I wanted to try these and just lay my hands on them and look at them, because they have a like a more performance minded style of these, and I want to just get the basic ones first just to kind of see the clamps. So we got 2 of them, and that's what was in this little bag. And these are 2.5-inch clamps because we're going to try one of the boots and see how everything looks and feels. Kind of just get familiar with the brand because I've dealt with a lot of brands over the years, and this is kind of new, dealing with some of the Mishimoto stuff, and I just want to compare it to some of the stuff I've dealt with and looked at and used before. Back when I was into the car scene doing my thing, there's brands that we used back then that they're not even companies anymore, and there's brands that were just coming out and you know, they're just, you didn't see many of them. So this is going to be some of the first experience with the Mishimoto couplings and clamps, and I have seen some of the products, not a ton, but I'm just kind of getting back into this now that my son's getting into it, and so this is kind of new stuff. So we getting ourselves familiar with some of their products now that they've offered us a sponsorship and give us a little bit of price break. So we have a bit of motivation to try to, you know, carry some of their products or use their products. And I've got a beer assistant here somewhere. All right, Mr. Beer Assistant, grab me this box back here. There's my beer assistants behind me now. That's my boy. So we have another box, and this is, let me get the packaging off of it here, the labeling. And this box is heavy for one. And this is a Mishimoto box 2. All right, so this is something else we actually ordered from Mishimoto. My table's running away with me here, it's on wheels. All right, let me get this doodad open here. Okay. Put the old knife away before I cut myself. So now, we have more Mishimoto stuff. Alright, we got some packaging. It's actually pretty heavy. Alright, we got, finally, it's got, let's see, what has it got with it? It's a couple of bolts. They could probably be like plugs or something to like plug some holes, or maybe even be some mount bolts. They're awful short to be something to mount it with though. Let's see. Mishimoto rewards program. So they got some cards in here for their rewards program. I guess the more you buy, the more you save kind of deal. You know how that works. And let's take this jewel out. Alright, first thoughts on this thing. First of all, is the big M on it, the big Mishimoto. It's actually pretty cool. Which I've seen these before, but if you hadn't dealt with Mishimoto, they do have the big M on the front of their intercoolers and all that stuff. So it's got lifetime warranty. Mishimoto is a lifetime warranty product. It's got serial numbers on it, so you can probably register it with those guys. That way, for your warranty purposes. It's got the boots on the ends. Don't forget to take those off if you install the intercooler. Ask me how I know. You want to take those off. But yeah, as far as the quality, it's Mishimoto. I mean, if you're into cars, you know that name, you know the brand. It's not super thin where you're gonna bend all these little vents like you would a radiator. This thing is absolutely solid, and I mean, it's heavy. So if you're gonna install this, you're definitely gonna have to make some pretty durable brackets, because this thing, it's definitely got some weight to it. I'd hate to even guess how much it is, but I'd say 25, 30 pounds. I mean, I would say at least 25. So this thing's, it's solid. What is this one, the J-line? Yeah, this is the J-line intercooler, the 500 horse one. And so on the car we're gonna put it on, we don't wanna take up the whole front of it. We're gonna mount it kind of low and centered on below the bumper, so we don't have to take all the bumper support off and all that. We can mount this down low and not have to cut all that loose or rearrange all that whole setup. So, yeah, it's pretty impressive. The quality is there. This thing is super, super nice. And like I say, I mean, warranty, lifetime warranty, couple $300 or whatever you're paying for them, depending on which one you get. And if you wonder if it's worth it, I mean, it's got a lifetime warranty. So, I mean, I'm not sure what all that covers just yet. We're going to find out. Maybe we can get you that information. And it may even be on their website. If you go to, was it www.mishimoto.com, I think it's pretty simple. And we do tag Mishimoto and all of our posts from our channel and everything, so you can go into the link. We will actually list that in our link in our description here. But yeah, if you're kind of curious in which brand intercooler or piping or any of this stuff to run, Mishimoto's definitely the answer. And as far as, yeah, that's what these two bolts are. It appears that they're just some kind of, I'll go ahead and put them in. That they're just some mounting hardware for these bolts, or for these on the bottom. It's pretty cool that they provided you with some. You may or may not be able to use these with whatever hardware you're using, but they are provided. So, I mean, if you're obviously going to have a hanger and do all that stuff yourself, but they do provide you with some solid bolts to fit in those. And yeah, I would definitely say if you're going to buy an intercooler, you need to be looking at Mishimoto, because these are absolutely quality. Absolute quality. I think it's a good purchase, and I think we're going to continue to run with this, because I think this will be our go-to brand on any of our intercoolers or any of this stuff that we buy for our turbo cars. Any cooling stuff, they offer a ton of stuff on their website. So check those guys out if you're shopping for quality parts. You don't want to have to replace something. And I'm big on, you want to buy something one time. You don't have to buy 5 apart to get the right one. You've seen the incident with the intercooler I bought for the BMW. I'm just tinkering around trying to, you know, just do some cheap purchases, see what works, what don't, you know. But if I was doing a full build, there's no way that I would touch anything of any lesser quality. There's brands that I will go to, and I won't deviate from those brands, and Mishimoto is one of them. After seeing the quality here, I would buy these absolutely if I was doing a full build, and I wouldn't think twice about it. So, you know, if you're doing an actual build on a car, you don't want to buy the parts twice. You don't want to, by the time you buy 2 or 3 cheap ones that don't work, you could have bought the right one that worked right out of the gate and had no problems. So you may want to consider that. If you're getting into building a car, you definitely want to sit down with a pen and paper, get some horsepower numbers, get some of the pricing figured out, and you want to establish where you're trying to go with, you know, what you can afford and all that. I'm not against somebody buying, you know, cheaper parts because that's all they can afford. I've done it for years. When I'm in a bind and I just want to upgrade something, I'll buy something cheap. I'm not against that. But if I'm financially in a position and I'm about to start throwing money at what I would consider a build, you know, 700-800 horse plus, you know, then I would definitely be looking at brands such as this, not the knockoff $60 intakes and stuff. You know, I wouldn't do that. this is where I would be in brands like this. So, all right, that's gonna wrap up our video. Hey, thanks for watching. If you will, follow our channel, like, subscribe. You know the whole rigmarole we do here. If you want to email us anything, it's chesserenterprises@yahoo.com. We're on Instagram @chesserenterprises, and then I think @chesserendrifting. We're on Facebook @chesserenterprises. And like I said, I'll leave some links in the description on some of the parts and brands we use. Stay tuned, guys. Here we go.
I'm feeling high.